Hello, Braves country. It's Coach Ken Anderson coming from Hardcore Braves, and I got my main man Ryan today. And we thought we'd just jump on here real quick because there's a point of contention with a lot of the talking heads and a lot of the followers on X about the play last night. It was a big play. It was a 1-1 ball game. Michael Harris is on first base. He hits a double into the corner, and he gets thrown out at home. A lot of people wanting to know about that play, Ryan. So we're going to break it down for him. So how the heck are you doing today?
I'm good, man. I am. Yeah. The fact that we got some people thinking it was a mistake on Tommy Watkins this fall is kind of ridiculous. So I'm right here with you. Let's go ahead and break this thing down.
Okay. So what happens is Michael's on first, and Austin, who swung the bat pretty good last night, hits a rope into left field. It's off the wall, and there's a couple of things happening on this play. If you'll stop right here. Here's the first stop is, first of all, this is what Tommy's seeing, how the distance from him to the shortstop, he can see, speed it just a little bit more click right here, Ryan. And you stop right there. He's trying to gauge. Now the ball's already there. He's already told Michael to go. Everybody's always like, well, he's already made a decision. So what he decided is he's got about 200 feet between Teoscar Hernandez and Miguel Rojas. And then he's thinking Miguel Rojas now has another 150 feet to throw the ball on 140 feet. So his estimation was that it was going to take two perfect throws to get Michael out at home. So let's run this real quick, and we get a perfect throw to Rojas, and we get a perfect throw to Smith. And so in Tommy Watkins' eyes, as a third base coach, he's trying to make the decision based on data he's got. First of all, we have Teoscar Hernandez, who doesn't have the most accurate arm in the game. So he's counting on this to be either a high throw, a short throw, or a wide throw will take Miguel off his spot. Teoscar, though, hits him right in the chest. Look at this. This is a perfect throw. Bang. And that was the first thing. Now, look, he's already sent him. So he's going based on Teoscar. But then, even if he does make a good throw, he's hoping that Miguel then can't make the turn and throw and hit Will Smith in the chest. But dadgummit, this is just an absolute perfect relay throw by the Dodgers. So I'll let you step in here, and we'll start talking about why he sent him. But what do you think about the play by the Dodgers there?
I mean, first and foremost, it's a probably the one of the best relays that you'll ever see if you're a baseball fan. So, I mean, here's the big picture, right? So you got this right here is where the main focus is, right? You got Teoscar going after the ball on the left, Rojas is going out. And then you got Max Muncy over here at third base covering third base. So he plays it well off the wall. That's another thing right there, right? He plays it very well off the wall, and he gets it in quickly. But as you said, Teoscar has a terrible arm out there. He has an absolute terrible arm. So I was surprising that he got it here, and I don't think Tommy was counting on that. So that was the first step. And then you're hoping Rojas just doesn't quite have a BB, and he does. But I'll be honest, like right here, if y'all want to just look right here where my mouse is, he's not touching him. Here's Michael. I still think he's safe.
It's so close.
I still think he's safe. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it's a very close play. And you're in at that point is a 1-1 game. It's a big series. You know, you're coming off your first series loss, and you want to get some momentum, some offense going. And you want to throw the man under the bus because he makes that call? I don't know, man. Look, it took a perfect throw from Teoscar. It took Teoscar playing the ball perfectly off the wall, which, by the way, he didn't plan it. He was running back, and he said, oh, I'm at the wall, and stopped. And it just so happened to hit perfectly off the wall, and it went right back to him. He didn't play that. He didn't plan that. Teoscar's not known for his glove out there in left field. And then he throws a BB that hits Miguel right in the chest. And the biggest thing that Dodger fans complain about Teoscar Hernandez is his defense. And for whatever reason, he was perfect defensively. And Tommy knows that. That's why he was sending Michael, because he didn't think Teoscar was going to make the perfect throw. He knew Rojas probably would, because Rojas is pretty good, but he didn't think Teoscar was, and he did. So you just do one of these, and then you ask New York what the hell they saw in the replay, because I still think Michael Harris was safe.
Well, the interesting thing, too, is the other thing that Walt brought up after the game. People want the Braves to play these games like a postseason game, and they are. They're playing this Dodger series and the Mariner series both as postseason games to get them ready for that atmosphere. In a postseason game, every run is vital. So one of the things that brought up by Matt Olson Burner, and I talked to him today, and I talked about it. He brought up the fact that Yaz was on deck. That's something that Tommy can't take into case. And Matt Olson Burner said he was just kind of being hyperbole there, but he has got to determine whether he can get him or not. And that run in the game meant a lot to the Braves. Later on in the interview process last night, Chris Sale kicked himself for giving up the home run to Freddie Freeman because in a tight ball game, every run you get and every run you give up is huge. So for Tommy Watkins, he has a split second, and that is everything's in front of him. And I thought if he would have paused and then did it late, that would have been on Tommy. Or if he did that early and then tried to stop him, that's on Tommy. But he had gumption, and he said, let's go, Michael. And Michael got there. It's just a perfect play by the Dodgers. But here's the one thing, Ryan, I think all Braves country's missing on, and Lindsey pointed to about how do we send a guy who's been hurt with a quad? Chad Bishop had told if he goes to center field, he's probably healthy. He went to center field last night, and the Braves had the gumption to run him first to home. Michael's back in the lineup tonight. I think we can finally put to bed. Michael's feeling pretty good. I think he's healed up from his issue, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, if you know anything about the Braves, they're not gonna really take a chance injuring a player where they're gonna be out for months at a time. So Michael's passed all the tests that he's needed to pass in order to go back into center field, and he went first to home, and he's perfectly fine today. He played center field all day yesterday. He's perfectly fine to go back out there today. I don't look. He might have something in the back of his mind, like he's not going 100%, but right there it looked like he was running perfectly fine. So. It took a perfect relay from the Dodgers. Sometimes, again, we've been saying it a lot, and it's taken perfect baseball from the opposing team to beat the Atlanta Braves right now. So when they do that, tip the hat. Just like Ken said, if Tommy was a little hesitant and then he waved him, then you can probably get on to him a little bit there. But in his mind, he's like, Teoscar is not great defensively. I'm banking on that. I am sending Michael Harris right here, right now, so we can try to get this run. And I would want that every time. Look, we had a bad third base coach last year with Matt Tuiasosopo. Sorry, Tui, you made some really bad reads over there at third base, and that's why he was replaced with Freddie Gonzalez midway through the year. We don't have that. This is his first one, and it's May 8th at the time this play happened, and y'all want to say that was a mistake? I don't see it was a mistake. I tipped the hat to the Dodgers right there.
Yeah, so we just thought we'd get on here and break it down for you guys. One other little quick thing on the Miguel Rojas. If Miggy pauses 1 second, not realize Michael's getting thrown. So Mac Muncy probably did the right job, and he's telling him he's going. So got to give Max a little credit on that too, because he's telling the shortstop where the ball's going, and he told him to throw it home, and Miggy threw it great. So all credit goes to the Dodgers. They're a two-time defending world champion for a reason. And for me and us at Hardcore Braves, the decision was right. We agree with Walt Weiss. That's probably a sin in that one. And we just tip our hat to the Dodgers, and we try to go get them tonight. Anything else tonight, Ryan, before we get out of here?
Yeah, the last thing I'm going to say is if Miguel Rojas has one bobble, just one bobble, can't quite get it out of the glove, he's safe. He didn't. He made the perfect relay. That's what you guys just don't quite understand is how many things could have gone wrong right there. And everything went right. So you tip the hat, and you say, good play, and we'll kick your ass tomorrow. That's
right.
all I got, Ken.
That's right. All right, so we're going to get out. One thing we want to remind everybody, y'all send us these plays. We don't mind breaking them down for you. We've added Greg Weaver to the thing, so anything on the pitching side, we love it. So you can't. And I think, Ryan, you want to talk to him about a little bit about commenting. Just comment on our sections. We'll answer.
Yeah, we're getting really good views so far for a group that's only been doing this for, 40-something days, Ken? I mean, we're getting a lot of love, but if y'all want more of this content and you want us to keep on going like we're going, a like and a comment on a YouTube video helps a ton. A share on Twitter, a share on Facebook, a share on any social media platform, or a comment on any social media platform is going to push our content to new viewers who haven't seen it. It's going to help us grow. It's going to help us produce more content for you guys. And that's all we want to do. We want to produce Braves content. We want to make this into our job so we can do this all the time for you guys. So if you do like that and you do like what we're doing, we would very much appreciate that love.
He said it all for all of us here at Hardcore Braves. Do that for us. We appreciate you. And as always, we love you, Braves country, and we're out. Peace.
You know what, boys? You guys are going to be world champions for the rest of your life.